Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And we're talking about an incident. We're going to talk about two incidents. One, a follow-up to the case of Tamara Geddes. And two, which will end up be the first one, is that a man was shot and killed in an wholesale in downtown Kingston. But first up, as I said, the one we're going to talk about first is the one in downtown Kingston, and it's on the Jamaica Loop website where it says customers inside a downtown Kingston wholesale establishment were sent running for cover on Monday when gunmen stormed inside and shot dead one man. The deceased is 32-year-old Omar Clark, an Igla of addresses in Bull Bay and Stony Hill, St. Andrew. He was accused of murder and was reporting to the police on condition of bail. The Jamaica Constabulary Force Corporate Communications Unit, CCU, reported that at about 9:30 a.m., Clark was on his cell phone inside the establishment at the corner of Barry on Orange Street when gunmen drove up, alighted from a motor vehicle, entered the wholesale, and shot him several times. The gunman then re-entered the vehicle and sped off. The victim died on the spot. The incident took place only meters from the city center police station, which is located on Barry Street. And according to the police, he was known to the police for living a particular lifestyle, and it's suspected that he was spotted and the opportunity was used to kill him. That was said by Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, who is head of the CCU. Now, based on how Jamaica is at this point, guns are everywhere. And this man, when I read that he had two addresses, that raised suspicion. Most persons that have two addresses are of questionable character, and no doubt his cronies or his enemies spotted him, as the police said, and felt it was the ideal opportunity to take him out. And these killers, they don't care where you are. As soon as they feel it is safe for them to do so, they do it. The good thing about this incident is that no innocent bystanders were hit during this attack. But these gunmen become more brazen as the day goes on. They care less for law, they care less for who's around, and they care less about who else who get caught in the midst of their ambush. And it's just a sad situation that Clark is of questionable character, 32-year-old. He's pretty much a young man, but as I said over and over, a lot of these men, they don't want to work. They feel like the life of crime is the best way to go. But if you're not taken out by the cops, more than likely you'll be taken out by your cronies or your enemies. And no doubt, Omar Clark, who was reported on condition of bail based on a murder offense, his enemies saw him and decided, listen, it is time, it is easy for us to take him out. But sad days in Jamaica. The country is on lockdown based on COVID, and you would have thought that at this point, persons would be more concerned about COVID in Jamaica, but it's not so. Persons are more concerned about the big C, which is not COVID. It is actually crime, and these gunmen are rampant. And I mean, systems have to be put in place, and I think one of the biggest suggestion I would put to the government is that anybody applying for any license as it relates to shop opening a business, they should have a CCTV assigned to their business place. But let me know what you think in the comment section. The other story we want to look at, also from the Jamaica Loop, it says a man and a woman who earlier this month pleaded guilty to offenses stemming from the murder of Tamara Geddes in Retreat, Trelawney last year was sentenced in the Trelawney Circuit Court on Friday. Owen Irving, 55-year-old resident of Hampton in St. James, was sentenced to 20 years behind bars for the murder by Justice Martin Gale. Additionally, Irving received a 5-year sentence for conspiracy to murder. His sentences are to run concurrently. Meanwhile, Tashana Young, 33, also from Hampton in St. James, who pleaded guilty to conspiracy to murder, was ordered to serve only 4 years. Tamara Geddes, 36, was shot dead in Retreat, Falmouth home by a gunman on Friday, June 19, 2020. On Monday, March 1, her sister, Nadine Geddes, was sentenced to 20 years in prison after she pleaded guilty to the murder. Nadine's daughters, 21-year-old Shanice Ruddock and 15-year-old, received 3 years probationary sentences for misprision of a felony. Brian Shelley, the lone accused remaining in the case, has been remanded in custody until June 7 due to his lack of legal representation. Now, this case was a very prominent one in Jamaica. When she died, it was reported that the gunman robbed her of 2 cell phones and $16,000 and asked her for sex, and she didn't comply, and he killed her. But after intensive investigation from the police, they found out that her sister Nadine Geddes was the mastermind behind her murder. Now, Owen Irving, 55-year-old, I think he was the one, along with this woman who is Tashana Young, who got the killer to come and do the act. Nadine Geddes contacted these persons based on the information that we have for them to get the killer who came and did the hack. But the problem is, if you look at it, these women always get away with very simple sentences, very light sentences, because for her role in this incident, Tashana Young only got 4 years. Nadine Geddes' daughters got 3 years probationary sentences where they will be out on the street, right? Nadine Geddes, for being the mastermind in this, only got 20 years. Now, Owen Irving, you'd have thought maybe would have gotten a lesser sentencing than Nadine Geddes based on the fact that Nadine was the mastermind behind everything, but he eventually got 20 years, right? Now, the woman alongside Irving, 33-year-old Tashana Young, she only got 4 years. The other suspect is yet to be sentenced, but the women normally get away with lighter sentences, right? But something has to be done to deter these women from getting involved in situations like these, because in another few years she'll be out on the street. You don't know what she could line up again. You understand? But at the end of the day, we are heading for some form of justice for Tamara Geddes. The sentences might not be what a lot of us wanted, but at the end of the day, a sentence is a sentence. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Until next time, be safe. Look out for the children, look out for a loved one, look out for a neighbor, and most of all, keep it locked on My Opinion TV.